All right. All right. So hi, good evening, Baling. Welcome to our class, LMS BAP AK3B. All right. Take note, we are just finishing the final unit in AK3 and you are moving into AK4, supposedly, if we finish tonight. All right. So in here, if you could still remember last time, Baling, we are learning about lesson 4,
This
technology.
technology.
Technology. And when we say technology, it refers to everything that we see right now. So, but in here, specifically, we are focusing into the gadgets or the things that are updated from now, like the cell phone, the iPad, the tablet, cameras, all right, computers. Okay. So in here, please tell teacher what is the missing word. Hmm. I can use a. All right. Complete the following phrases. Let's review. Number 1,
I can use a
digital
digital camera
to
to,
take,
to take pictures and capture,
capture,
capture memories.
capture memories.
Capture memories.
All right. And then number 2,
I can use a com- computer,
is that a computer?
laptop,
Digital.
laptop
Are you sure? To watch. Oh, your verb is to watch. To watch news and cartoon.
TV.
The TV, the digital TV or television. How about the next one?
I can use a laptop
Laptop, correct?
to study and is also my mini computer.
To study, and it's also my mini computer. Roy, next one. Last one is
I can use a telephone to call and text if there is an emergency.
if there is an emergency.
Emergency.
All right, correct. That is correct. Okay, so right now, what we're going to do is this is the homework that I left you with. I told you that we are going to read the story regarding um, technology. So in here, teacher will be the one to read it for you, and afterwards, you're going to read it. Okay, so listen first. So in here, there weren't any cell phones in 1940. There were phones like this. So take note that we are using were, okay, all right, because that is the past tense of was. And also, it indicates here, it indicates in plural form. That's why we are saying this one. Negative connotates negative. That's why we use any, right? Negative form. There weren't any cell phones in 1940. There were phones like this. Okay, so Miss Cha first. So there weren't any cell phones in 1940. Phones are bigger and heavier. Take note, there were phones like this. So technically like this one. Number 2, there weren't any laptops in 1960. Computers were bigger and noisier. There were computers like this. Okay. There weren't any digital TVs in 1955. TVs were smaller. The pictures were in black and white. There were TVs like this. There weren't any digital cameras in 1915. Cameras were slower and bigger. There were cameras like this. So, in here, girls, if you are going to take note, what we are having right now is we are comparing the past and what we have right now, the past and the present. So, we are comparing the old style and the modern style. That's why we are using the comparatives, all right? The comparative adjectives by simply adding er, right? Bigger, heavier, all right? Bigger, noisier, smaller, right? Slower. So these are, it connotates that we are comparing two things, as what I've said, the old and the new. And then, of course, we are using the comparative state. Now, in here, let's hear it from Bowling. All right, Bowling, how about you? Please read the following.
There, there weren't any cell phones in
In in 1940,
1940. Phones were bigger and heavier.
heavier.
They heavier.
Girls,
They
pause for a minute. Sorry, Tweetman. Sorry, Bowling, to disturb you. When you are referring to the years, you just divided into two parts. 1940. All right. So that's you're just cutting it in the middle, divided into equal parts. And then take note that except for the years 2000 until 2010, we are writing them in full form or full words like 2001, 2002 up to 2010. And then from 2011 up to the present, which is 2023, you can already divide it already into the middle. 2011, 2012, 22, 2020, all right, up to 2023. Except, all right, these are the only years that we read in full forms. That's how you read the year. All right. Now continue. Sorry, Baoling. There were
there were phones like this. There weren't any digital TVs in 1955. TVs were smaller. Their pictures were in black and white. There were TVs like this. There weren't any laptops in 1960. Computers were bigger and no, noi- noisy,
noisier. Noisier.
noisier.
Roy.
There were computers like this.
Imagine how big is the old computer, or like, oh my God, it's like one room for a single computer. But right now, they're getting smaller. You have the laptop, you can carry it everywhere. But imagine the struggle of the old people when they have the computer. The computer is just one classroom, as big as one classroom. You cannot bring it anywhere, right? So imagine the evolution of technology. And then last one, Bowling.
There weren't any digital cameras in 1950. Cameras were slower and bigger. There were cameras like this.
Okay, so very good. So now thank you for sharing your thoughts about it. Thank you for reading it for me. So we are going to read now, or we are going to let Tweetman. Tweetman, how about you? By the way, good evening. Hi, Tweetman. Good evening. Please start. Miklin, are you speaking already? Hi.
There, hi, good afternoon.
Oh,
There
yeah.
was
I said good evening. Sorry, because it's evening already in Philippines. All right. So good afternoon, Tweetman. All right. So please read.
there wasn't any cell phones in 1940. Phones were bigger and heavier, though there were phones like this,
This one is heavier. Heavier.
heavier.
Mm.
There wasn't any laptops in 1000
And cutting in half, cutting in half. Excuse me. In 19.
in 1960.
Mm.
Computers were bigger and noisier.
Mm.
There were computers like this. There wasn't any digital TVs in 1955. TVs were smaller. The pictures were in black and white, though there were there were TVs like this. There weren't any digital cameras in 1915. Cameras were slower and bigger. There were cameras like this.
Okay. All right. Good. So now we are now going to analyze with this. Now figure it out. Number one, Bowling. There were cell phones in 1940. Yes or no? Miklin, Bowling.
Yes.
There were cell phones in 1940.
No.
No, all right. So with this one, it says there weren't, meaning negative. Number two, Bowling again. Computers were bigger and noisier in 1960. Hmm. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. All right. For three and four, let's thank you, Bowling. Let's hear it from Tweeman. Tweeman number three, there were TVs in 1955.
No,
Are you sure?
uh, no.
All right. So there were TV already. So there weren't digital TV. When you say the digital TV, that is the colored one, more familiar with what we had right now. But before, there were a TV. There were TVs in 1955, but the only problem, it is black and white. Okay, it is existing already. How about in number four? Cameras were faster and smaller.
No.
Because they are.
They are slower and bigger.
Yes, all right. Because they are bigger and faster. Okay. So they are bigger and slower. Correct. Now, girls, what you can see right now, this is called a timeline. All right, this one right here. What we're going to do is we're going to figure out what is the missing phrase or missing word in this um, certain timeline. So the second part was already done for both of us. So in 19 in here, so in it says in here that this is the timeline of the TV, the cell phone and digital TV. And then, can you guess what is made in 1915? What is it? Something that was created in 1915. What is it? Can someone guess, Miklin? Can someone try to make a guess? What do you think? What was existing in 1915? Something that is slower and bigger. What is it? Baoling? In 1915, we've got the
We cell phone.
Are you sure? Are this the cell phone? In the timeline, so 19 in between 1910 and 1920. So in between, so that is could be probably 1915. So what is something existing in 1915? Tuiman, you just mentioned it. It is something that is bigger and slower. What could it be?
Cameras.
The camera. Okay, good. Now moving into the next one. Um, in here it says on the timeline. So 1940, let's say 1941. What could it be? Something that exists in 1940, 1941. What do you think it is? Or we could start in here. Tuiman, Baoling, how about something that exists in 1955? What do you think it is? 1955.
Digital TVs.
This is the TV only. All right, TVs. Because the black and white TV, because the digital TV were, all right, they exist on 1990s. All right. So now how about in 1941? What is something that exists in 1941? What do you think, Tuiman? How about in
Phone.
here? The phone. Yeah, correct. How about Baling, the last one? We've got the com. Hmm. Com. 1960. Something that is bigger and noisier. We've got here the com. The computers. All right. So again, this is the timeline. So it says in here, oh, with this one. So the timeline is the camera in 1915. So the evolution is this one, the camera, followed by 1941. We've got the phones. Next, after 1941 is 1955, wherein we've got the televisions, the black and white. And then after that, in 1960, we were introduced by the computers, the big and noisy computers. And it says in here that from 1970, all right, laptops were introduced. 19 with this one, I think this is 1970. Is it in the middle? I cannot see if it's in the middle. I think this is 1972. So the cell phones were introduced. And then in 1987, 1987, the digital cameras were introduced. And then in 19, it says in here, 1998. All right, so the evolution or what we had now as the digital TVs. All right. So if you're going to notice, not exactly that, but when we talk about right now, um right now the cameras in the present, they are already also modern, right? The bigger one, the DSLR, right? So before, also compare it from before, you need to go to a studio to take a photo, right? But right now, if you have or you invest in a very good cell phone, you can use it to take some photo. And as what I've said, the bigger camera, the DSLR, if I'm not mistaken, you can take it on your own. So you don't need to hire a photographer. Even a family member can have that. The television, the same with the computer. The monitors are also high level. They are called even the cell phone. That's why we have a smart TV, smartphone, smart to indicate that it's very smart. You know, you can do anything from it. So why? Because by simply using them, you could also use them to connect in watching Netflix, connect in the internet. You can do YouTube, right? So that's the thing. As the time goes on, who can imagine that you could just touch your phone? You can touch your TV. Before, you are using a remote, but a smart TV, you could just click to it like your cell phone. So as we go along, we can see the evolution of technology as time goes by. So before, imagine um, the camera, and I think as the technology goes along, they are getting smaller and smaller, right? Like the cell phone right now, they are very small. You can just put it in your pocket or in your bag. The digital TV before, it is very heavy, but right now it is light. They are now flat screen. You can even do it touch screen, all right? As well as the computers. The computers we have now, the computers right now are very modern. That's why we also use some externals like the web camera, the headset. See, we can able to see each other before you're sending picture. Before, you can imagine what does he or she look like. But right now, you can see directly what do I look like right now? What do I look? What do I wear? So you can see it live, right? The same with the digital camera. You know, you can have your professional and quality photos as long as you have a good quality camera. Okay? So that's the summary of the final lesson for that. So in here, so let's have a simple game for that one. Let's start with Tuiman. Mm, this is very simple.
There wasn't any cell phone in 1940. Phones were bigger and heavier. There were phones like this.
All right. Let's move into Baoling. Baoling, please read and match the photo. There weren't. Miklin, Baoling.
There weren't any digital cameras in 1915. Cameras
Were.
were slower and bigger.
Mm.
There were cameras like this.
A or B?
A.
All right. So good for that one. So let's move to Tweetman.
There wasn't any laptops in 1960. Computers are bigger and noisier. There were computers like this. Uh, A.
All
Uh,
right. Is it
A.
A? We are referring to a computer.
B.
Letter B. As what I've said, it's as big as a classroom. All right. Right. Thank you, Mr. Fisherman. Let's start with the bowling. Bowling, how about this one?
There weren't any digital TV in 1955.
Mm.
TVs were
Smaller.
smaller. The, the pictures were in black and white. There were TVs like this.
Mm.
Letter E. A.
Letter A. E or A? Letter
A.
A. All right, good. Okay, so that's it for that one. Thank you, Mr. Fisherman. I have some fish. Take note, girls. When we talk about fish, right? Fish is a special noun in English. We don't add S or ES to the end of the word. Miss Cha, what do you mean by that? All right, so it goes like this, all right? So whenever you are referring into this, for example, right here. So I have 3 fish. All right. So we don't say fishes unless we are referring into a different species or meaning different kind. All right. For example, teacher, what do you mean by that? So meaning in here, I have 3 fish because they are all the same. But if I could see this, see, they are not the same fish, right? They look very different. Doylap, they doesn't look the same. You could say, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So in here, that's the time we are going to add es. So you could say, teacher, I can see 6. All right, 6 fishes. All right. So in here, fishes. So in here, we are referring into the kind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The species. All right. But if you're going to count them in a group, we don't say, we don't add es. It's just change the quantity, meaning how many. So in here, they are different kinds or different variety. That's why we add es. But if it's like this, so meaning Tweeman has 6 fish. Bowling has 3 fish. All right, because they are the same. But if you're referring into again the variety of kind, you can add es. I can see six fishes. All right, you are counting them as a group, meaning 6 different kinds of fish. Okay. Now moving into here, what do we have? All right, so we have just finished what we had from. We have just finished what we had from. Let's just do this one. Let's finish this game in the the trick or treat. So let's do Halloween game. All right. So in here, what's the question? All right.
Trick or treat.
Trick or treat. All right. Iman, which one is bigger and heavier?
Is phone.
It's the phone. Letter?
Letter B.
The phone, bigger and heavier. Bigger.
I.
Letter A, bigger and heavier. All right, so you just want candies. All right. Next one. All right, Baling, someone's knocking. Trick or treat. Which one is smaller and more quiet? Mm. Smaller and more quiet, Baling. What is it and what letter is it? Miklin.
Is laptop
Letter? What letter is it?
B.
Letter B. What is it?
Laptop.
The laptop. All right. Treatment. Trick or treat. Which one is slower and bigger?
Is the camera.
It's the camera. Letter?
Letter A.
Letter A. Next one. Baling, trick or treat. Which one is smaller and the pictures are in black and white?
E. Letter B.
Letter B, what do you call that?
Is TVs.
The TVs. Next one, Tuiman. Trick or treat. Which one is smaller and lighter?
Is the phone. Is the cell phone.
Letter?
B.
Letter B, the cell phone. And cell phone, letter B, correct. If you're going to notice, we are using or making use of the question word which because we are providing options or choices, right? And then this is also a summary when we talk about the comparative adjectives, wherein we are adding er commonly on the end of the adjectives. And not just that, not just simply adding er, but we are comparing two things. All right. All right. So letter B. That is correct. Bowling. Trick or treat. Which one is faster and smaller?
Letter A.
Letter A. Let's have a look. What do you call this, by the way?
Camera.
Camera, digital camera. Because this is the camera. This is digital camera. The word digital is very important. What did I do? What did I just do? Treatment. Which one is bigger and noisier?
Letter A.
Bigger and noisier. Bigger.
B.
Letter B. What is that?
Computer.
The computer. Next one. How about with this? Bowling. Trick or treat. Which one is bigger and the pictures are in color? Take note. Which one is bigger and the pictures are in color? Meaning colored.
Letter A.
Letter A. What do you call it?
T. digital TVs.
Digital TV. But right now, so actually a digital TV is quite old because right now we call it smart TV, right? Wherein you can connect on the internet. Let's save the ocean. So it's up to you to understand it because it's in your mother tongue. All right. So help me figure out with this one. All right. There weren't any. What is the missing word? There weren't any blanks in 1960. Tuiman. There were blank like this. What are the missing words?
There weren't any laptops in 1960. They were computer like this.
Roy. All right, good. Let's do it with about
There weren't any digital camera in 1950. There were cameras like this.
Good. Tweetman. There weren't any.
There wasn't any digital TV in 1950.
1955.
1955. They were TVs like this.
Roy. Correct. Thank you. Baoleng. Last one.
There weren't any phone, cell phone like
In 19.
in 1940.
Mm.
There were phones like this.
There were phones like this. All right, good. So that's the summary. So were there cell phones in 1940? Iman? Yes or no question. The clue there is just following the beginning. Yes or no?
No.
No. Oh, make it negative.
No, there weren't.
Okay, no, there weren't. Good. Baoling, were there digital TVs in 2008?
Yes, there were.
Yes, there were, or yes, there were. How about all right, so I didn't notice that it's already done for that one. It says in here that thank you for helping them. I give you this beautiful. All right, but she's still close. All right, she closes again. Let's finish with this one. How about here? Reviewing. All right, so let's finish what we got on the book, cover to cover, before we move into AK4 tomorrow. Now, number one, you just need to answer simultaneously. All right. All right, so let's start with Tweetman. Tweetman, number one.
They went at the hair salon yesterday.
All right, they were at the hair salon yesterday. How about number two, Bowling?
No,
There.
there weren't
Mm,
any cell phone in 1940.
weren't. Your clue, excuse me, meaning negative. Your clue there is any. We use any for negative, plural, plural state. How about this? Tweetman, number three.
It is. It was cloudy yesterday.
Was. Your clue there is the signal word yesterday. Hobkwa. Already done. Number four, Baling.
There
There.
were some
What's your answer?
But there was
Hmm?
some
There.
were some magazines on the table.
All right, some. We use some for passive plural state, right? So, teacher, why did we answer were? Okay, it is because is connotate singular, only one, all right? And the past tense of is was. On the other hand, we have the verb be are. When you change that in the past tense, were. That's the reason why. And you said some magazines, meaning we are referring to something that connotates plural state, all right? So now what you're going to do is to match it with the photo. Picture number, this one. Finish it up, Baoling. This is very easy. Let's say that this is A, B, C, D. Match the picture and the number. Baoling, you finish it up. One is,
Letter A.
one. Two. Two is what?
Letter B.
Two is B. All right.
Letter C.
And
Letter D.
see, I told you it's very easy. You just copy that. One, two, three, four. All right. So that's it for that one. How about this one, Twiman? How was the weather yesterday?
It was summer.
Summer is that is the season, sweetheart. We're referring into the weather. Is it hot, rainy? Is it rainy, sunny, windy, stormy, snowy?
It sunny
It
yesterday.
was. It
It
was.
was sunny yesterday.
Roy, number two. To Iman again. Where were they yesterday?
They were they were
At
at
a
um at
amuse
amusement
amusement.
amusement
Hmm. They were at the amusement park.
park
Hmm. Yes.
yesterday.
All right, Roy. How about this number three? Where was the water bottle? I mean, where? Where was the water bottle?
It
Mm.
was
Where? Preposition of place.
it was on table.
It was on the table. Tuiman, were there any paint brushes on the table? Were there were there any paint brushes on the table? See, even teacher, I get confused with where and were because it makes my tongue confused. How about
No,
this? No,
no, there wasn't.
Hmm. You copy the beginning. No, there
No, there wasn't.
weren't. Okay, good. Okay, so that's it for that one. Moving into here, I'll be the one to read it for you. Kids Clean Amusement Park by Jenny Cho. These kids were at the big amusement park yesterday. There was a lot of garbage. There were bottles and bags everywhere. Now, all the garbage is gone. The place is clean and everybody is happy. That was fun. Great job. Number one, Baoling, where were the kids?
The kids
Oh,
were at
change this into pronoun. They were,
they, they were at the big amusement park.
all right. They were at, why you, you sound like you're about to fall asleep. There were at the, all right. Number two, so Iman, what did the kids do?
They was
What did? So meaning what did? So action, an activity. What did the kids do?
there was
Meaning
meaning there was
is it
a
cleaning? Is it verb ing? The question is did. So meaning in the past. They, add ed in the past.
they
Clean,
cleaning
not cleaning. All right. What is the clue here? Clean. What did? Meaning we use did when we are referring into the past tense. So we say they cleaned.
cleaned.
All right. When the if the question is what are the kids doing? All right. What are the kids doing? Meaning that is answerable by verb ing, meaning something that is happening at the moment. So you can respond, teacher, they are cleaning. But since the question structure says, what did the kids do? So did for past tense, as what I've said, they cleaned. So how about this? Baoling, were there bottles?
The
Yes or no? It connotates a yes or no question. Were there bottles?
yes,
Yes.
yes, the were.
Yes, there were.
Whoa.
Okay. Number four, was it fun? Tuiman? Tuiman? Was it fun? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes?
yes, it wasn't.
What? We're about to finish. Yes,
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. Oh, girls, don't get confused whenever you are having the yes or no question. What I always reminded you is that you just analyze the beginning of the question, right? You just follow the pattern, and then if it's negative, just add nt or not on the end of the beginning word on your question pattern. See, it's very easy. Don't make your lives very complicated for that one. Now, how about this? Let's do high level type of quiz or exam. Speaking test. This is high level. I'm going to check or I'm going to see how you explain this thing. Let's start with Bowling. Bowling, I want you to have a look with number one. I have here four sets of images, A, B, C, D. Now, in this one, it's like the same with add one out. In this case, you're going to choose which one is different or doesn't belong in the category and then say why, meaning you need to explain. For example, I will say cat, dog, banana, and a hamster. Okay, so add one out. Of course, the banana doesn't belong, teacher. It is because banana is a fruit, while cat, dog, and hamster, they are all pet animals. Okay, so I'm seeking for that kind of explanation. Let's hear it from Bowling. Number one, what can you say about the photo? Which one is different?
Orange.
Sorry, which one is different? A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. Which one doesn't belong?
C.
Your answer is?
C.
Are you sure? Why? I want to hear your explanation. I think this is from the top
B.
letter. Final answer?
B.
Letter B. Oh, why? What's your reason? Where are we in picture number 5?
Oh,
We are at the park. While numbers, letter A is, what is it?
cabbage.
That is a cabbage. Letter C, what is it?
Carrot.
That is a carrot. And letter D?
Potatoes.
All right, meaning A, C, and D, they are all what? They are all rauku. What are they? In what category they belong to? They are all Miklin, Baoling. We are not yet done. They are all,
They are all
what are they?
vegetables.
Vegetables. That's it. While in letter B, it is a, what is letter
A
B?
place.
A place, okay? Or you could say teacher. You could also say a different reason, teacher, from for number 1, A, C, D, something that you can eat. But in letter B, that is the place where you can go. You could also say that, all right? So anything that provides information for you to express your thoughts. Let's do number 2 for Tweetman or Twitman. Okay, A, B, C, D, these are the vocabulary that we learn from the topic snacks, the very first lesson in AK3. Which one is different?
I saw that.
Sorry, what's your answer?
Uh, I
Why? Why A? Are you sure about it? What's gonna be the reason? Oh, Wong, you need to give me a reason.
drink
A, and what else? What are the drinks? What letters are they? The soda. What is letter B?
letter B is
What is it? From the topic cooking.
smoothie.
Smoothie. What else? What is the other drink? Uwang. Something that you can drink when you are thirsty. Sitoy kwat. Kwat. Is it C or D? Which is something that you can drink?
D C is D.
Letter D. All right. What is letter D?
Eat music
Roy. All right. So what is your reason why letter C is different?
because letter C
That is letter C.
is it
Something that
can
you can, something that
and eat.
you can eat when you are hungry, right? Toy doy, when you're hungry. While the soda, the smoothie, and the milkshake are
Drink.
the drinks that you can take when you are
Thirsty.
Troy. That's it. Do number 3. Tuiman, finish it up. How about in picture number 3? Which one is different? So I have here draw, cut, fold,
D.
and kick a ball. All right. What's the reason why letter D is different?
Because is uh
It's an act
it's an park
activity
uh,
activity at
the
where can you kick a ball? That's an activity at where is it? Tuiman. At Tuiman. Activity kick a ball is something that you do at the park, right? You can kick a ball. You cannot kick a ball inside your house or your mom will shout at you, right? So we do things at the park while draw, cut, and fold are activities at where do you do draw, cut, fold? What are these activities? These are activities that we do at where? At where can you do those activity?
bus
At school
school
or at
or at home.
at home, right? So with this one, all right. So I could see now. So I could see what are the topics or the challenges I'm going to give. I could see that you understand, you know how to find out which one is different, but I see a weakness right there. I think both of you are struggling to construct sentences on explaining which makes them different. Okay, this is as what I've said, this is quite high level type um of speaking practice, but it will showcase your understanding as well. So even though you know that it's different, what makes it different? You should also know how to say it, how to explain it. So in this case, I find out that you're a bit struggling in explaining. So in some cases, I will give you some challenges like this. All right, to challenge your speaking skills. All right. So sadly, girls, it's time for me to say goodbye. So thank you for joining our class for this evening and congratulations. We were able to finish the Everybody Up 3 book cover to cover from beginning up to the end. We were able to finish it. So for tomorrow, we are now going to embrace and jump into, all right, Everybody Up 4. So welcome and congratulations at, all right, everybody up for course A. All right. So that's gonna be all for this evening. Tambiet and have a good night. Goodbye, girls. See you tomorrooo.
Bye bye,
Goodbye, teacher.
teacher.
Have a good night,
Good night.
everyone.